Hey guys, this is supposed to be like a subliminal channel, but I wanted to talk about a few things since we're ending with 2024 and we're stepping into 2025. And I want this to be, I don't want you to just start focusing on yourself or trying to change your life just because it's New Year and it's just a new year and you're like, okay, I'm determined, but it's just gonna last like 2 days or for some people maybe a month, but nothing more. I want this to be a step up for your entire lives. So I wanted to drop a few things that I have learned and that I want to share with you guys. So starting with, don't just survive. A lot of you are basically just barely hanging on. You're barely eating well, or maybe you're eating, but not in a healthy amount. You're not getting your nutrition. You're not eating anything that your body requires. You're not moving your body. You are not doing things. You're not making the best of it. You're not making the best of your life. And ultimately, it kind of leads onto the cycle where you're just sitting in your room. Maybe it's a dark room, and you're sitting on your bed and trying to manifest one single thing. And mostly what I've noticed is a person, and it could be different for you. Maybe it's this difficult topic of manifestation is money for you, or for somebody it's appearance, it's something else. Look, um, we all know manifestation is ultimately creating every single aspect of our life. So we don't need to worry about what's happening. But you are here on this planet to build a life for yourself. You're here to enjoy your time on here. Here to live, to make memories, to make the best out of everything that there is. And I was watching the Wizard List, like one of her older videos. I just watched it yesterday, and it kind of made so much sense what she said. So she said that she was having a hard time, right? She was feeling like nothing's working in her favor. Everything is so annoying, and her manifestations are stuck. She doesn't know what to do. And sometimes we feel like that. Even though we know what to do, we know how the law works. We know that telling our subconscious mind something over and over again and being persistent no matter what we see in our 3D is what's gonna get created, what's gonna materialize. So despite that, we still get so much stuck and we're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to manifest this. I don't know how to manifest everything I want, every single thing I want. And we just get confused and we just do this so much. And so what she said was that she went back to her hometown, and then she told her mother about this. And her mother was like, Liz, you don't have a life. And that's why all this energy, we all have energy. I don't believe so much in, okay, only energy works, but energy is a very, very essential part. I'm not saying that you need to be in this energy to manifest anything. No. What I mean to say is practically your body needs to live. It is hungry to live. It is hungry to make memories. It is hungry to live the best life and get everything it desires. But what you're doing is just sitting. You're sitting on your bed, or maybe you're just going to school and then coming back and doing your assignments, or maybe just missing classes. You're not studying. You're not doing what you need to do. You're not participating in clubs, events. You're not going out with your friends. You're not putting your best efforts to make this your dream life. I'm not saying action is required. It's not required. It's not. I'm not saying work towards your goal. I'm not saying you to, maybe if you want to change your appearance, I'm not saying you to get surgery or do workouts or anything else. Like, there are a bunch of things you can do to change things. What we think is like practical. We think like in the 3D, you need to do this, and only then you can manifest it. But no, you can manifest without lifting a finger. But what will happen if you're sitting in this room and you're just manifesting everything you desire? Who's gonna use it? Who's gonna live that life that you built? Who's gonna enjoy with your SP that you've manifested? Who's gonna enjoy with your friends that you've manifested? That dream body, how are you going to operate with that? How are you going to wear the things that you want to and go out and feel good about yourself? Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you are absolutely gorgeous no matter what. Who's gonna give that unconditional love to themselves? You do. Nobody owes you anything. And you can manifest everything around you, everyone around you, but you also need to live your life. If you're manifesting something, it's gonna come in your reality, but who's going to live? If I'm gonna fetch myself water, if I'm gonna get myself cookies to eat, but then I don't move and get up and eat it, or just put it in my mouth and eat it, it's of no use. And this is like 3D advice I'm giving. Live your life. Actually start living your life. A lot of you are like, okay, I'm unlucky or this and that. We have this perspective that we are the victim, and that's why we have all these beliefs. If you shift your perspective to no, I'm not a victim, and I'm not gonna handle this. Maybe you're stepping out and your car just um, kind of is not working, it's not starting, it's whatever, it's annoying you. You're not gonna say, oh, I'm so unlucky. I knew always these things have to happen to me. No, you're not gonna say that. What you're gonna do is like, okay, fine, this car's not working, it's fine. How can I make my day the best day that I've ever had? Have this goal in mind. Every day in the morning that you wake up, I want you to have this goal where you're like, okay, if I have a problem with myself, if I have a problem that I'm dealing with in my life, how can I change that? You you can't just sulk about a problem and be like, okay, this is what kids do when we're babies and we don't know what to do and we're crying about something. And okay, it's like, okay, maybe we have and or maybe we're eating ice cream and it just fell and then we're like, okay, we're crying. But our parents tell us at that point in time, they're like, okay, it's fine, we're gonna get you another one. And we're like, okay, it can be bought again. You can get that ice cream again. It wasn't the last one on this planet. And that's what I want to tell you right now. In moments like these, when you feel like everything is not working in your favor, it will. Trust me. Everything you desire will manifest. And I really, really, really pray that it does for you. And this is all I really wish for people to live the life that they deserve, to live the life they desire, because what you desire is what you deserve. Unless it's like something bad for yourself, it's not coming out of love, then no. So, what I want you to do is maybe make this, be mindful of your thoughts, okay? But no matter what technique you're using, no matter what you're doing, okay, maybe you like to script to get money and you're scripting every day, but it's all you're doing. You're sitting in your bed and you're not living your life and you're sitting. I'm not saying do something to earn money, find jobs or whatever. See, manifestation is not logical. People could just come out of nowhere and be like, okay, hey, I have a job. And that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna come to you. But what I need to do in the meantime is to live your life. Because when you're not living your life, you're too focused on the tree because that's all you have. That's all you have to see. When you have a life, you don't focus on what's going on at 3. You're like, okay, I'm living my life, I'm manifesting this. And then you're not desperate. When you're desperate, you have nothing else going on for you. And that's honestly really realistic because and maybe you're in a situation where things are like, maybe you are living your life and still things are like not budging or just something there. for if this is your situation, I would just really say that persist no matter. That's your only option, to persist. To tell yourself that you have what you want, even if it's impossible, even if it seems like it's at the other end of the world, it's still gonna manifest. Just keep telling yourself. Don't tell yourself that you don't see it. Tell yourself, you don't have to tell your subconscious mind things that you don't want to see. Only tell it what you want to see. That's the mantra. So just go with it. Okay, and now I would also like to say that I was talking about saturating your mind and normalizing your desire. I made a community post about it. So I wanted to elaborate on that. So saturating your mind is basically you filling up your mind with thoughts. So basically so I have two thoughts, right? This is what I want to see, and this thought that I have right now because of my 3D circumstances. So there are like two thoughts. So A is basically what I want to see. So what do I want to see? I want to see that I am a billionaire. So this is my affirmation, right? This is my controlled thought. Controlled thoughts are affirmations. So my controlled thought is I'm a billionaire. And the other thought B is my current state, my 3D circumstance. It's that I'm broke. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill up my mind with maximum thoughts that suggest that I'm a billionaire. Because right now my mind is filled up with I'm broke, how do I get rich, how do I get rich, how do I make more money? And that's why I'm in this state. So if I tell my subconscious mind dominantly that I have what I want, so in this case, that I'm a billionaire, if I keep telling myself I'm a billionaire, ignoring my 3D circumstance. So my 3D circumstance could say, oh, you don't have a job. But I was like, no, I'm a billionaire. I'm a billionaire. I will not give reason. I will not wonder reason. I will not ask why, where, or when. When you ask why, when, or when, do you know what that implies? That implies that you don't have it. Because if you had this money, this job, this person, this appearance change, you wouldn't be asking where it is. It's like really like even if you are trying to find logic in this. If I'm telling somebody that, okay, I'm married to my SP. So just imagine for a second, you're telling somebody that you are married to your SP, and then a second later, you're like, when will I get married to my SP? That person would have a really bizarre reaction to this. Like, you just told me that you're married to your SP, so you're asking where's he at, or when he's gonna text you, or when you're gonna get married. It means that you don't have your SP. So that's how your subconscious reacts. It just says, okay, to everything that you are telling it. So just ignore everything else and build a life. Because why we feel so much resistance to some things is because we emotionally get reliant on this. We are so reliant on this specific desire that we don't live our lives. We don't have a life. And that's why we kind of worry so much, get so desperate. I'm also going to talk about what I've noticed. Okay, so I've noticed that in men, it's easier for them to kind of like, people are like, okay, men don't feel anything. It's not that. It's actually that they go out more because, it's like safer for men. Society is more safer for men. It's more misogynistic. So men have more rights, I would say. They have more opportunities than women do. So they're kind of like, okay, I can go out at 4 a.m. in the street and just walk. I can go to the gym and at 3 a.m. alone and I'll be still fine. But women kind of are hesitant to do that because, of the reasons. So, and that's why they like go out more. They like hang out with their friends more, and they kind of divert their attention to career more, and women are more in, okay, I want to feel this emotion that I'm having. And men kind of just avoid this and just live their life. If they are going through something, they won't sit. Usually, this is what happens. I won't say everything is the same for everything, because no, what your beliefs are, they won't be the same for every single person. Obviously, there are exceptions to every saying and everything. So, everything that's like stated in the society. So, men don't have to kind of face those emotions, and that's why they don't get desperate, because they have a life outside of that. They are getting happiness outside of you, outside of their partners, of their ex-partners, whatever. They have a life and they're building on it, so they don't feel as much as heartbroken. They do, they definitely do, but they don't base their entire emotional dependency on one situation, because they are kind of trained to not do this ever since we're a kid. They are usually trained to, like, okay, don't cry, don't feel those emotions, do other things, do this, do that, focus on your career, focus on this, focus on yourself. So they're more inclined towards that, and that's why they don't give off as much as resistance. They're probably seem happier, but that's not always the case. But that's just what I'm telling you. You need to learn things from people that could be favorable to us. So in this case, men go, they live out their lives no matter what they're. So if you're heartbroken over this SP, or if you're trying to make this appearance change but it's just not budding, I would just suggest you to live your life. Make the best out of it. Just go out there, do the things that you want to, do things that maybe you're sometimes scared of. Okay, you are scared of skateboarding, try skateboarding. You're scared of traveling, travel with your friends. Not if you're like too scared of it or whatever, just put this to in accordance to your own situation, but just try to get what I'm saying. And then just live your life. It will manifest, trust me. And I've noticed that when I'm manifesting something and I'm living my life and I'm not focusing on this one subject and not just becoming emotionally dependent on this. Okay, like if he didn't text me, if this manifestation isn't showing instantly, then I'm crying and I'm not doing anything and I'm just sleeping all day. I'm not gonna do this. And you're not gonna either. This is what I'm asking you not to do. If you're manifesting something, do it. Do your affirmations, do your visuals, do your scripting, do your techniques. Just live your life. That really helps with practically overcoming resistance. You could robotically affirm, but if you're just doing one thing all day, honestly, your brain is going to focus on the situation that you're so emotionally reliant on. And to remove this emotional reliance, you're supposed to do other things. You're supposed to live your life. You're supposed to make your memories, because your desire is going to come anyway. So make the best out of this time where you don't have your SP, you don't have this desire yet. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. Just follow these instructions. The law will never fail you. And just live your life. Because when you do that, resistance is not going to bother. It's not going to become, you're not going to chop a tree. You're not going to stalk your tree for proof. You're not going to obsess over this desire. You're not going to cry, complain, think negatively, think like a victim. You're not going to do that, because you are going to focus on yourself. So that's my advice. And please internalize this. Don't just listen to this once and then forget it all over. I want you to come back to this video every time you feel like you're confused and you don't know what to do. Just come here. Don't give up on your desires, because that's literally not possible. You're manifesting 24/7. So either you're manifesting this person or you're not. Either you're manifesting this money or not. So either of those states, Why wouldn't I take it to my advantage? If I am a master manifester, you are a master manifesting, but you're just manifesting the wrong things. You're not, you just have to get yourself to be in control because you are, and you deserve everything you desire. So, all the best, live your life, and make the best memories.